Dick Ruis has been a big part of the past 2 race meetings here at Emerald Downs, and the young jockeys impressed fans with his ability. Last summer, he came up in July after a call from trainer Frank Lucarelli.
Got a call from Frank, and he says, come up here and you can ride all my horses, he says. So I thought about it, and he says, you only have till tomorrow to think about it, though. So I said, I called him back, and I said, I'm on my way, and I flew up, and I immediately got supported because we started winning races right off the bat.
This season, he'll be here from the start, and can he improve off a 20% win clip of a year ago?
I think I'm going to get a better opportunity. I matured a lot over the winter and stuff, did a lot of hard work and stuff, so I'm a lot more focused this year. I think I'm going to put my nose to the grindstone and work hard, and I think I'm going to have a really good meet. I really do.
The Drumheller and Armstrong families in southeast Washington were the roots of the Washington thoroughbred breeding industry, but that industry quickly grew in size and stature. Involved for decades and general manager of the Washington Thoroughbred Breeders Association since 1970, Ralph Vacca tells the tale on Washington breeding.
Back in the 40s, in the early 40s, there probably were less than 8 or 10 thoroughbred farms, and probably were producing maybe 20, 30, 40 thoroughbred foals being registered with the Jockey Club. As the racetrack continued to gain favor and continued to grow and provide opportunity for horses to run, the breeding industry then followed along and went along with the growth. That by 1980, which was sort of the top as it relates to foals being registered, Washington breds, we had climbed up to be 5th in the country. Obviously Kentucky, California, Florida, I believe, and Louisiana and Washington were always right in there in the hunt of being 4th or 5th. You want athletes that are going to go out and do well at the racetrack. So you want every edge you can, and so you do a lot of studying to see what stallions are doing good, how stallions genetic cross with the mare that you now have purchased. So you try to strengthen the weaknesses. You always want balance, you want confirmation, you want intelligence. Those are all very, very important ingredients. There are some horses that are noted for being sires of sires. The Nasrullah, Bold Ruler, the Seattle Slew, AP Indy, that line has been a very strong line, but that doesn't mean all of them, but that's been a very strong line of continuing to produce very good siring sons. Drumfire, Knight's Choice, Slew to Do, and many, many others. Strong Ruler, he was by Olympia. The common denominator, I believe, in all those horses as relates to the state of Washington was they got a lot of speed. Most of the races in the state of Washington are run at less than a mile, and that has been, and that is, and that probably will continue to be.
We love our live racing in the Pacific Northwest, and through the years, the Washington-bred horse has earned a high degree of respect up and down the West Coast and even nationally.
Pure as gold, a stunning upset.
For as long as I can remember, and as long as statistics will show, that Washington-bred horses have always been sought after. They have always performed very admirable. You know, people not even from here always would say those Washington breds are tough to beat. And there's probably good reason for that. We know that in the central part of the state, probably the best hay in the world, Timothy and so forth, is raised there. The land is very conducive to raising good horses. It's close to the environment that they do well in.
Washington's horse of the last century, Chinook Pass, began and ended his career here, but in between, wow.
Pinkai has Chinook Pass on the lead by 5. It's Chinook Pass in front by 5 and going easily. Chinook Pass, wire to wire.
None other than the great Lafitte Pinkai said this about Chinook Pass.
Well, I don't think he was one of the fastest horses I ever rode. I think he was the fastest horse I ever rode. He was unbelievable fast.
Enumclaw, around the corner and up the hill from Emerald Downs, has become the state's breeding center.
There is more than 1,000 acres of land in western Washington that is devoted to breeding and raising of thoroughbred horses. To narrow it down, probably about 1,000 acres in Enumclaw alone.
Like other prices in the 1950s, stud fees were lower back then.
When I first came to work here in the late 50s, I believe that probably the maximum stud fee, top end, was $500. $350, $300, $250, that range. And if we jump forward to the present, the top end stallions are somewhere between $4,000 and $5,000, with, I believe, the mean figure would be more in the $1,000 to $2,500.
The list of significant contributors to the state's breeding industry is mighty long, and Vacca pays tribute to them.
Those persons who choose to be involved with whatever phase of the thoroughbred horse racing industry in the state of Washington get all of my applause. They are absolutely dedicated, committed. They have a way of life. The horse comes before everything else. They are very much committed to hanging in and doing whatever they can to ensure that our state will continue to produce the level and quality of horse that it is being known for.
We're getting close, and plenty of hard work going on April 10th, readying for opening day. The gray on the inside is Guess Away, a non-starter by Runaway Groom, and the other is Big Bucks, a winner last year for trainer Tim McCanna. They worked 5/8 of a mile in 103 and 1/5. Toodaloo had a series of good efforts last year for trainer Bonnie Jenny, and the 4-year-old by Sloodledoo sped 5/8 of a mile in 101 and 1/5. Here's Puerto Montt working 5/8 for trainer Bud Klokstad in 59 and 3/5, and another Klokstad trainee was Eastern Accent. The 6-year-old has won at the ages of 2, 3, 4, and 5, and his workout time was 59 and 2/5, also for 5/8 of a mile. Opening day at Emerald Downs for the 2007 season is Friday, April 20th.